Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification. So today I'm going to show you how to make pizza using varieties of flour. But for today, I'm going to be choosing just one of the flour. So let me show you the flour I got right here. So I got this one. This one is called the Golden Prior Langin. So this is one of the flour. Then I got the second one, Rogue de Bodex. So this one is the same as well. So then I got the white Sonora flour. And the last one is the Yecora Rojo. All right. So I'm just going to choose one of them. Let's see which one am I feeling. Ooh. The Yecora Rojo. All right, guys, let me show you the process of making pizza. All right, so let me open up this flour. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour a little bit. Let me let you see the flour. Here's the flour. Just this flour look like old wheat, but yeah, you guys see that. So instead of white flour, this is just let's see, what's his name? Yecora Rojo. There's nothing like an ingredient. All right, guys, let's just make this. All right, so let's get started. So I'm just going to put some of this flour inside. So I'm not going to use everything because I'm going to need some. Then I'm just going to nice and create a space in the middle, just like that. Then I'm going to crack about 3 eggs. Let me get my trash can close to me. That's 2. That's 3. All right. So now what I'm going to do, so I got this water right here. So this is a hot water, like warm water. You don't want to use super hot water. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour just about a spoon of instant yeast. And I'm just going to mix it together. All right, perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just start mixing just a little bit right here. Just covering a little bit. See that? Just nice and break up the yolk. Just nice and get the flour with the egg, mix with the egg. So at some point, I'm going to be using my hand. So right now, I'm just going to pour just a little bit. Perfect. So I'm just getting this mixed with this spatula before I start using my hand to mix it all together. So just nice and get all the flour nice and slowly. Then just add a little bit of your water mixed with yeast. Perfect. So this should be good for now. This is for me. This is exactly what you guys want. Just like this. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more water. Then after that, we're going to start using hands to mix this all together. This is just a whole different type of flour. You guys can tell from the color. So you want to make sure everything is nice and mixed. I would have used a mixer, but since I'm only making just a little bit, it won't make too much sense to use a mixer. All right, now I'm going to start adding just a little bit of flour. Let me pour a little bit right here on my cotton bud. I'm just going to use it so it doesn't stick to my hand. All right, I'm going to start using it just to maneuver this. Looking good. Just gonna take it all out and just add flour to the bottom so it doesn't stick. Just like that. Let me add more flour to my hand. You just want to get this into a consistent, non-sticky dough form. Nice and looking good. Almost done. Let me put more flour to the bottom. Then what I'm going to do after I'm done with this, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom, and I'm going to cover it up with a foil, or instead of using a foil, just with some plastic bag. Let me just do one more time. One more flour. Alright, let me let you see the flour. So this is the dough right here. You guys see brown color. So now what I'm going to do, just stay right there. Let me go get my olive oil and just pour a little bit. Alright, so I got my olive oil, just a little bit. This is the olive oil right here, so you guys can see. All right, let me just. All right, perfect. See that nice dough right there? Nice, and just place it in there. Just follow me. And we're just going to cover it up. Plastic wrap. All right, then we're just going to leave it for about 30 minutes in the fridge. Then we're going to get back to it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys follow along with the step of making pizza with different flour. All right, guys, so this is done, as you guys can see right there. So what I got right here, this is just a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to just mix that with the flour, just like that. Just a little bit, you can't even tell. All right, now we're going to take this out. This is just special. You guys can see. Just special. All right, guys, just a little bit about the Yecora flour. So this flour, this dough, as you guys can see, is very high in protein. So this flour is a meal from red berry wheat. So this is just like the texture. The texture is incredible. So what I'm going to do, it looks like I don't really need too much flour. So I'm just going to put it on the side. So what I want to do, I just want to flatten this out. It's going to be very easy. So easy. So it's just sometimes, I know that sometimes people tell you, oh, don't eat pizza, too much carb, not good for you. But if you guys are able to make your own pizza from this, from especially a whole wheat flour, that would be incredible. So I'm just trying to flatten this a little bit. And I don't want this to be too thin, especially. So I guess what I'm going to do, let me put more inside this. Then I'm just going to place it inside and just flatten it from there. Hopefully this doesn't stick to the bottom, but we're going to see. It's just a try and error on this first one. So you guys can see the first one is too big. I'm just going to just a little bit different. Try to make it round dough from this. I'm gonna try my best. And if we can't get something right, any shape we get, it's alright. I'm just going to go on just like that. And then worry about. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut this one off. Just make a flat one. Just place it right here. We're just gonna make some crazy shape. Crazy shape piece. I just didn't. I guess I should have just added more flour to this. So it's a little bit easier. Almost there, almost there. Just getting this a little bit, just a little bit, cover the pan. I think my prediction, especially after this goes into the oven, is this flour is going to rise just like a bread. And you guys are going to think this is a bread instead of a pizza. I think that should be good enough. Yeah, this should be good enough, right? What shape is this? I can give you any shape. Alright, so at this time, I'm just grabbing the topping that I'm going to be using. Alright guys, so this is gonna look like a vegetarian with a bunch of veggies in there. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna add a tomato sauce. Perfect. I'm just gonna nicely spread this out. Let's add more. Alright, perfect. Just like that. I think if they sell this type of pizza at the pizza store, maybe like Domino's or any type of pizza place, this is gonna be super expensive, especially because this is a whole wheat flour. That's all good right there. So now the next thing we are going to add is we are going to add some pepperoni. Actually, I got some, yeah, I can use some of these scissors. Alright, adding some pepperonis. And yep, that's it. So the next thing we are going to add some jalapeno pepper. followed by some green bell pepper. Then we are going to add this special one, zucchini. This is like too thick. Perfect. Then we are going to add some cheese. So we're going to add this cheese right there. Cheesy, just like the pizza advertisement. All right, that's all good. I'm going to add this special quesadillas cheese. All right, that's all good. Nice and loaded with a lot of cheese. Now it's time to put this in the oven. All right, guys, let's get this in the oven. So the oven is already warm at 350, preheated at 350. Just nice and place it and cover it up. So right here, this is the second dough. So what I'm just doing, the remainder of the dough, I'm just nice and forming this up. I know the first one I didn't form that well. It wasn't thick enough. So you don't want too much flour. It's just going to look dry. Just nice and slowly maneuver. You guys can see this was a try and error, especially the first one didn't turn out well in time of the forming the pizza. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it just like this and just a little bit wider. Hopefully it's going to be easy transferring this from the board to the plate or to the pan. All right, that should be all good. I'm just going to get this pan right here. Get a little bit of flour. That should be good. I'm just going to get that in there. Let's see if we can open this up. Yeah. Just like a blanket. This is not going to be perfect, but at least that will be better than the forming the shape of the first one. So I'm just making the crust on the outside. All right, this look good. All right, now we're going to add some of the tomato sauce. Many of you might be thinking, why am I adding too much tomato sauce? I just like to, when I open a can, I just like to use it all instead of just putting this in the fridge. That's why I usually bought like a small can. Alright, just nice and create that circle. I think the dough just look like a cracker biscuit. In terms of the look. Alright, perfecto. Alright, now we're going to add some. We're going to do that differently. Add some jalapeno first. Since we only got a few. Then add the pepperoni. Almost there. Wow, one more. That should be all good. Now I'm going to add the bell pepper. And finally, I'm going to add the zucchini. But I'm going to go get a knife so I can cut that into smaller pieces. Right, this nice and cut that. This is looking spectacular. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to add cheese, 2 varieties. The first one is the quesadilla. I'm only going to be adding just a little bit since this is very salty. Alright, all good. I'm going to add a regular cheese. And right here, this is the final product. This is how you make whole wheat pizza, which is high in protein, because most pizza is high in either fat and carbohydrate, but this is all high in protein based on the flour I used, which is the Yecora Rojo. All right, guys, let's place this in the oven at 350 degree for, let's say, about 20 minutes. Then we're going to check back on it. All right, guys, so here is the first one. Ooh. All right, perfecto. Let's grab one. Hopefully. I think, oh, I got this stuff too. Here is it, guys. Let me just flip it over. You can see the bottom. That's the bottom. Just like a cracker biscuit. And here is it for the first one. All right, guys, let's wait for the second one. All right, guys, so this is the last one. This is better in terms of the look than the first one. Let me just show you one. You guys see how easy this one just come out. Let me see if I can just nice and do this. You guys can see the bottom right there. Perfecto. How you guys see that? That's how you make whole wheat pizza, healthy pizza. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification, and the more you guys subscribe, the more you guys are going to see my awesome way of cooking in terms of eating healthy. All right, guys, so my next pizza is going to be using the other type of flour, so you guys can just compare and contrast the difference between the way in terms of the dough as well as the finished product, which is the pizza. All right, guys, you guys see the nice pizza. Time to eat. You guys see this one right here. This is how you know a pizza is good. You guys see? Just two people. Wow. And we got this one. All right, guys, so I'm out.